Target neutralized.
Okay, this video I'm going to be talking about the adenosine pathway or axis, and that is CD39 and CD73. I'm also going to be explaining some fruits that could possibly reduce the effect or the axis to protect the immune system. Okay, effector T cells, they have these receptors called the A2A receptor. And what happens is that adenosine affects or binds to the A2A receptor, therefore leading to T cell paralysis. So the goal is to block this axis because tumors and tregs, they like to exploit it to suppress immunity. Some good ways could be by lowering STAT3, STAT3. So I've spoken about this in other videos. A good fruit to lower STAT3 would be papaya, and a papaya also increases STAT5. STAT5 actually supports immunity. So papaya does a double whammy effect. It lowers STAT3 while raising STAT5. Another problem with the CD39, CD73 axis is that it also steals and wastes ATP away from immune cells, and immune cells really need the ATP to function. The immune system is a high demanding ATP system. So a good way to raise ATP would be foods such as a chocolate, dark chocolate. Chocolate has boosts PGC1A, and PGC1A is known to boost mitochondria. Therefore, mitochondria boosts ATP for the immune system. Okay, so the first fruit I'm going to talk about here is pears. Key compounds, chlorogenic acid, and also flavonols, and it does have an effect on CD39, CD73, so it actually lowers CD73 because the polyphenols interfere with the ecto-5 nucleotidase. That's something for a different video. Also, just like papaya reduces STAT3, therefore destabilizing FOXP3, that's critical to lower STAT3 because STAT3 opposes or antagonizes STAT5 at chromatin, closing chromatin and making it difficult to reverse exhausted T cells. And pears also reduces adenosine accumulation, therefore less A2A receptor interaction on the T cell. So as a result, pears allows T cells to have IL-2 because by lowering or reducing CD39, CD73, that also reduces TREGs because TREGs steal IL-2 from T cells. Now the next fruit here against adenosine is peaches. Has nechlorogenic acid, also quercetin. Uh, Quercetin is critical for zinc to be able to be functional, but that's for a topic for a different time. So peaches, it reduces HIF1 alpha. That's a hypoxia or a low oxygen marker. Because HIF1 alpha actually supports CD73 transcription, allowing the adenosine axis, but peaches reduces the transcription of CD73. So therefore, peaches, just like pears, reduces TREGs. The next one here is a pretty good one, and it also has a quercetin, and that is apples. So again, quercetin inhibits CD73. Quercetin also supports zinc. Apples and antagonize the A2A receptor, but apples, compared to the other fruits, has the strongest dual axis blocker status among common fruits. So apples are great, especially because of the quercetin. Okay, next fruit here is bananas. So it does have a dopamine. Uh, Dopamine is known to reduce NFKB. Usually that's from a CD27, CD70 axis. If NFKB goes on too long, then that leads to exhausted T cells. Bananas also reduce CD39 on tregs because the dopamine in bananas interferes with the ectonucleotidase expression. And resistant starch, such as short chain fatty acids produced by bananas in the gut, shifts away from TREG dominance, which is great because TREGs, they steal IL-2 from T cells. Tumors like to recruit TREGs because it weakens the T cells. Also, bananas reduces adenosine receptor sensitivity on effector T cells. So that's great. Um, Also, bananas, they help save ATP for the immune system because ATP is critical for the immune system because bananas, they reduce Treg's scavenging of ATP. Okay, the next fruit here is a kiwi. The key compound in kiwi is actinidin, also has vitamin C and polyphenols. And actinidin protease, which makes kiwi different from other fruits, it can actually cleave the surface glycoprotein of CD73, therefore reducing the surface stability of CD73. Uh, Also, kiwi increases extracellular ATP persistence. Now, that's critical because the adenosine pathway or axis steals or wastes ATP, therefore weakening the immune system because the immune system needs and requires a lot of ATP. So kiwi has a pretty much a double whammy effect, saves ATP and weakens the adenosine axis at the same time. Basically, kiwi leads to less adenosine conversion and improved T cell activation. So, quick recap to close off the video is the strongest fruit here against adenosine is apple. So lowers CD73. Also, apples blocks A2A on the T cell. Therefore, the adenosine cannot interact with the A2A receptor on the T cell. Next is pears lowers STAT3. So that actually makes pears unique compared to the other fruits because STAT3 is one of the major pathways that exhausts T cells or leaves T cells in an exhausted state. And pears also reduces CD73. The next one is peaches, unique again compared to the other fruits because peaches reduces HIF1 alpha, which is a hypoxia or low oxygen marker because cancer thrives on hypoxia. So peaches lowers CD39. Kiwi double whammy effect lowers CD73 surface expression. Actinidin has a cleaving effect as well. And then bananas, possibly the mildest adenosine suppressor. So bananas also lowers CD39. Bananas also has high dopamine. Dopamine reduces NFKB. That is the result of CD27, CD70 axis. If that goes on too long, then that leads to exhausted T cells. So basically, each individual fruit is unique compared to one another. Each fruit has different effects on different pathways and markers in cancer, but apple takes the number one spot, especially because it has quercetin. Peaches also have quercetin, so quercetin is important for zinc levels. So that's it for the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe with your friends. Keep it locked in here on this channel for future videos because I have many more coming. And that's it. And I'll see you next time.